Tonight, we're hearing from a juror on the Karen Read trial, which gained national attention. You'll remember earlier this week, she was found not guilty of killing her police officer boyfriend.
In death, defendant not guilty or guilty? So say you, Mr. Foreman? So say you all?
You can hear those cheers which erupted outside as Read left. Supporters had stood outside the courtroom every day of the trial. Joining us now is juror number 11, Paula Prada. Paula, how did your opinion of Karen Read change throughout the trial?
At first, I thought her demeanor in court was a little bit too calm and composed for someone who was being charged for murder, especially for a loved one. But I learned how to admire actually that behavior. She was very participative on her own defense and helping each other and calm. I think her confidence was because she knew she wasn't guilty, and that helps me to change this prejudgment I have of her.
So you changed from thinking she was guilty to thinking not guilty?
Not just because of her behavior, of course, because of the whole trial itself and the evidence presented to us had too many holes, and we couldn't connect taillights to John O'Keefe injuries. We felt that was something else that could have pushed him to hit his head so hard that he had a skull fracture. And we definitely believe that if he was hit by a car at 24 miles per hour, we would find more injuries on his body.
Now, Paula, I know you work as an attorney in Brazil as well, and you've presented cases. Which side really solidified your position, the defense or the prosecution?
I honestly pay more attention in the prosecution witnesses and the case they presented, because I needed to see what they have to prove me that she was guilty. And of course, when the defense started bringing their witnesses, I already kind of had my mindset that Karen Read wasn't guilty. So the defense witnesses just came in to top it off and make me more sure and certain that she wasn't responsible for John's death.
And what were the pieces of evidence presented from either side, really, that pushed you to find her not guilty, or at least raise enough reasonable doubt?
Definitely the taillight. We had the opportunity to check the taillight from inside the deliberation room. So we had the broken taillight, the original one. We also had a new one to compare, and we had videos of Karen Read getting out of the house in that morning at 5:07, 5 a.m. And we saw her car lighting. The red was way too strong and way more spread out, as if her taillight wasn't broke that much. The pieces that were missing were too much for us to be able to see the red light.
Take us inside the jury room. Was there a lot of back and forth with the verdict with other jurors, or was it everyone on the same page?
No, we definitely, at first we started deliberating on Friday, so everything was new. Everybody wanted to just talk one over another. But on Monday, we start being more organized, and there were different opinions. But we are very respectful. We listen to everybody. I think everybody left the deliberation room confident and certain of our decision. We listened to everyone. We answered all the questions we had. We compare our notes to see if we got anything wrong or right, who has this information, who haven't. And I think we did a great job. We were respectful. We tried very hard to listen to everyone.
Now, the defense's allegations of a cover-up, I wonder if you think the jurors felt that could be true, or if that held a lot of water for you.
It could be true. It could also not be true. The same way I can't charge Karen Read with murder, I can't say there was a cover-up because I didn't see evidence for it. I saw holes and I saw a flop investigation, and I think the prosecution they worked what they had. The investigation was poorly from the beginning. No reports, no time, no videos that were missing. They could be covering for someone, of course, but also could be something else.
And what was your reaction when the verdict was read and you saw the reactions inside and outside the courtroom?
My reaction was cry. I was the juror who left court crying because I felt sad for John O'Keefe's family as they were leaving before everybody else, and of course frustrated and upset. I'm happy for Karen Reed and her family so they can move on, but definitely Joe O'Keefe's family didn't get the justice they deserve.
A lot of emotions inside and outside the courtroom. Paula Prada, thank you so much for your time.